might be saying to yourself, that looks an awful lot like a hotel. It's because it is. It's because my house doesn't have any power. And I had to stay in a hotel for the night with my family. And the baby. Why am I in a hotel? Here's why. Hear that? That's the sound of my house running on a generator. It's another day in the life. Another edition of things that I don't like about Solar City Tesla Energy. It's day one of my Signature Red Powerwall install. And the first step was to have my main panel upgraded. They had to take out my breaker panel and replace it with a new upgraded one and put in some other related equipment. You know, everything they need to hook up the solar once I decide what I'm going to get. So they turned the power off to my house at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. It's now 7. And I still don't have any electricity. And they had to get a generator because now we're at the mercy of PG&E, and whenever they decide to come back to the house to turn the main power back on. So that's the intro. Well, another day is in the books. You can see the two power walls back there. Apparently there's an issue with PG&E and the original plans they had. So they are having to pretty much figure out my wiring situation on the fly. The original plan that they had for the ducting and the cabling, they wouldn't let them do it. So they have to figure it out. They're figuring out if they're going to go through the attic, going underground, going in the gutters. So we pretty much just got the placement down, and they figured something out with the wiring. But this is now Wednesday on an installation that started Tuesday, and they're thinking they'll be out here until Friday. So we'll see how it goes. This is my, call it my qualification round to see if I'm going to deal with Solar City Tesla Energy, to see if I'm going to buy my solar from them. I told them I would see how this install goes, and once they were done, I'd make a judgment call. And I'd have to say so far it's not going too good. First up, you can see that they're both white. I'm supposed to have one Signature Red edition signed, and then I was supposed to have another red one without the signatures. And I don't have either. Called them earlier today, and they said it's a logistics problem. The supply is there. They just didn't grab the correct box. I don't know if the correct box was left out for them, but for whatever reason, it didn't make it here. And I don't know how far it is, but apparently me asking and calling and emailing about it wasn't enough for them to say, hey, let's not put this one in and go get the right one. Again, that's assuming it's there. So we'll see. Like I say, we'll just take it one day at a time and see how it goes. So day 2, check it out. I.T.S. YouTube channel. We'll see if I have anything else. I won't cut it just yet. We'll see. We'll see if there's anything else. We'll be right back. So here is the problem as it was described to me. This is the gas inlet for the house. This is the electrical panel for the house. What should have been an easy run up and then down to this equipment that you see right here, which is for the solar and the storage batteries. It should have been a run just straight across to here. But because PG&E says you can't be within 10 feet of this gas line, it turned into having to go into the house right there, which is actually the closet of my daughter's room, my baby room, and out through here, which is right over the second water heater that we have. A pretty big deal, because to go in there and come out here, it took probably twice the amount of conduit all through here, because you're going through two different attic spaces, a crawl space, a baby's closet. It was a pretty big deal. And the problem that I have with it is that the original plans, the original permitting that was approved between PG&E and Tesla Energy Solar City okayed that. They okayed that they could run from there to there and not have to go into the house. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but I'm not too happy about the result, because this is what it looks like inside my daughter's bedroom. So this is the space that we had to open up so they could do their work. But if you come in and look up, this is what we're left with now. So as you can see, there's visible light coming into the house. Now, to be fair, they aren't done. They have someone that's going to come back and they're going to patch the holes and make everything look good. But it's not there now. And also, as you can see, this is looking directly up into the ceiling of my daughter's closet. And you can see what I was left with. And, it doesn't look good now. Hopefully it will be when they're done, but, this is loose somewhat. There's another hole right here. There's a, I don't know what that is, but, again, I don't know if PG&E is to blame because they changed the permitting, or I don't know if, this is an install issue, but it doesn't look good right now. But like I said, to be fair, they aren't done. Someone is going to come back and do that. But, this is Saturday morning of an install that started Tuesday, and they just finished this yesterday. All right. So here is the second part. This is the front of my house. So if you remember, on the side of the house, that's where they had to go in to my daughter's closet. They actually had to run the conduit, snake it through her crawl space, and then there's a second crawl space here, and then drop down, and then the power runs into the garage and then down to the battery. I have my batteries in the garage. I didn't want to have them on the side of the house just because I wanted to keep them as nice as possible and not have to worry about anything happening outside, rain or bird poop or the dogs or the kids' bikes that are stored over there, anything to happen to them. So I opted to have them inside the house. So again, a little bit of a big deal because, as it was explained, they were supposed to be able to go underground and come up and go into the garage, but because of either PG&E or a design issue, they had to go through the attic. And you saw the hole in my daughter's room. This hole's not too bad, and then it goes into the garage here. So let's go and see the final product in the garage. Squad goals. Always love looking at that. So this is the inlet. So if you can see there, that's those two holes that were on the outside. The one running high, is going to what will eventually be my matte black wall connector, the one I was supposed to receive in January. That's what's going to hang right there. The second hole that goes down is the one that leads to the batteries, and you can see I've got them both here. So far, so good. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but, just being honest, like the whole install process has just left me a little bit drained. Like, I'm really kind of off of Tesla energy right now. And this is from the first night having to stay in a hotel, the 3 days that it took them to get this finalized, and it's really not even done. They had to turn them off because PG&E has to come back out and do a walkthrough and commission them. I'm gonna have these wires hanging from my little cubby hole for who knows how long. I was supposed to get the wall connector in January. Here it is, May. I still don't have it. I was supposed to have at least one Signature Red Powerwall and one regular one, and then I was supposed to get the second red one in August. Now I'm gonna have to wait, I guess, until August to get both. But here's my question is, why wouldn't they? If you're installing equipment, and the gentlemen aren't that far, I asked them where they're coming from. Their office is local, so if they had that red Powerwall unit, but when they opened the boxes, like I was right here when they opened the box. As soon as I saw that they were both white, I was immediately on the phone and sending emails like, "Hey, one of these is supposed to be red. I was promised my Signature Red Powerwall unit. What's going on?" And they told me it was just a mistake in logistics, but they had them. But because of the install process, they wanted to go ahead and get it done. And my question is, if you're local and you have both of these Powerwalls, if there's a red one somewhere and it's not here, why wouldn't you just? They weren't going to finish that day. It was clear. Why wouldn't you go and get it and install it? Run your wiring, do everything you have to do, put your mounting bracket back there, but get the red one. You're going to be here anyway. Do it right the first time. And I just don't understand that, because I called them way before they even, started to drill holes for the mounting brackets. Like, hey, I really would like to have my red one. And, they said, oh, because of how they're doing the install, they're just going to go with the two white ones. And because I'm going to have four eventually, blase, blase. And, that's not my fault. I shouldn't have to deal with, what turns out to be an excuse. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. But this is current state. This is Saturday morning. Of course, I have another game that I have to go to, but scale of 1 to 10 on satisfaction, I'm like low 6, borderline 5. Like I say, because I can't use them, and I don't know how long this is going to be here. I really don't want to just look at these wires. I might just stuff them back up there, but between the holes in the wall and this and not having my red one, I don't know, Tesla Energy. We're going to have to, again, make another attempt to make this right, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, I need some help. So the Powerwall install is not going good at all. They installed these on the 1st of May. On that night, like you've seen, I had to stay in a hotel because I didn't have power. It took them almost 2 weeks to get the install complete. By that Friday, they had the install done, but I still needed to get some repair work on the walls of my daughter's closet where the power lines came through. On the 14th, the install failed. It has to go through a walkthrough process, and it failed. There was something wrong with the permit. So keeping track of everything. That's the second time that something with the permitting or the planning, I don't know. But first it was the original wiring that didn't pass and they couldn't turn the power back on to my house. Now there's another issue with the same permitting or whatever it is that says that the entire install has failed. Like, I don't even know what it is. Something to do with the blueprint and the permit that they applied for, but it failed. Like, something has to change that I don't think is minor, because if the information is correct that I am kind of trying to figure out on my own, because I haven't gotten a complete explanation yet. I have to go on what my mother remembered and what she videotaped, because I wasn't here. If I go off of that information, something about this system, it has to go through another design phase and then have the permit, like they have to apply for a new installation permit. So these power walls that were installed in May, I probably won't even be able to use until mid-June. And the problem that I'm struggling with right now is that this was the qualification. So I didn't buy my solar from Solar City because they completely failed on my solar system install. I ordered solar in, you might as well say, November of 2016. In December of 2017, they told me I could be install ready in March of 2018. This is after the first install ready notice I got in June. So I'm waiting for over a year on solar. I said, I'm not going to do it. Let me just see how the install goes. And the install it's botched. It's failed. I can't use this equipment, and I don't even know how long it's going to be. So stressful. Like, this is one of the reasons why I haven't been making so many videos. But let me know what you think. I think I'm a rational person. I've sent countless emails back and forth to Tesla Energy. Should I just cancel this whole deal? I'm not going to cancel the Powerwalls. I mean, I won those. Those are referral prizes. I'm very appreciative to the people who use my referral code, because it got me these for free. So I do appreciate that. And the referral code is still available. I have one referral towards a free roadster, and I would love to get another 51, I think it is, 52 to be free. But, I have reasonable expectations. But, am I being unreasonable? I don't think I am, but it's really putting a stress on my family. Just imagine my wife coming home and I say, hey, babe, there's some power lines going through our daughter's closet. Think about how that conversation went. Or, hey, babe, I know you're just getting home from work. Let's pack up the kids and go stay in a hotel on a Tuesday night because there's no power to the house. Yeah, those power walls that I said was going to get installed, yeah, there's no power to the house now. Like, it's not good at all. And it's a rant. Let me stay focused. So help me out. Please let me know in the comments, what should I do? I told Solar City, Tesla Energy, that I was not going to deal with them for my solar and 2 Powerwall purchase. I said, I will take my business elsewhere. I'm done. They, in return, said, hey, don't take your business away from us. Let us make this situation right. Fine. I'll give you a chance. The qualifying round is how you do with this Powerwall install. If I see how this goes, I'll deal with you all. And it's a failure. It's the 21st. I don't even have the call to get the information that I need. No one's called. I had 2 people that were supposed to call me back last week, Friday. None of them did. I just have to wait. And I don't think I should wait. I shouldn't fight to spend my money with them. But I think they have a truly superior product. that last update to the Powerwall, like I got it. The time of use shifting, that's exactly what I needed. Integrates with the app perfectly. I can turn it on. I like the products they make are great, but man, just get it together. So let me know what you think. Comment below. Please let me know. Am I being unreasonable? Should I take my business elsewhere? I'm a fan of Teslas, very short of being a fanboy. I think I'm pretty realistic, but I like their cars. I like the products they make. Solar shingles, power walls, Model S, Model X, Model 3, whatever's coming next, the charging network. Like, I'm a fan of what they're doing, but this is not cool. And I'm really in a spot because part of me wants to just rip these off the wall and throw them into the street. And then part of me is like, hey, you know what? Give them a chance. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks again for watching. This is the I.T.S YouTube channel. My Powerwall install. Things I don't like about Tesla Energy. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.